Do rep for the emos. Straight sad boy gang.
You should tell some of these guys to call in.
Spain 86. Fuck yeah. I'm glad you're gonna be there. Call in. You tell them to call in.
Hey guys, call in. Right there. There's
Call
the
me
number.
Ben. Call me Ben Ready. Benjamin T.
We're
T
ready.
stands for Thomas. Benjamin T. Ready.
3, 2, 1.
Suck my ball.
Hey guys, it's Touchy Subjects, episode 12.
Call in, you fucking dangle hops.
You're on live on Instagrams?
I am, but I'm pulling it off now.
All right, man.
They gotta
let's
tune
get
in for the
into
real
this.
thing, dude.
All right, episode 12. Last week, we were. What happened last week? We talked about some interesting topics.
We did. I couldn't.
We got into
I couldn't tell
parenting
you.
last week.
Parenting, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, this fucking.
And then we touched on. We might want to touch on some.
That was a good parenting episode.
Yeah, I've been.
Have you realized that you fucking need to spank your kids?
Yeah, we got into it.
Yeah.
It was
Hope
pretty.
you come to your senses, dude.
I know.
A
I
firm hand.
I just started smacking kids all week,
dude.
Just
to
drop kicking
practice,
them.
just
yeah.
to get practice.
Yeah, I was just winding up doing clotheslines and
Spare
and
the
Target.
backhand, spoil the child, as I always say.
Exactly. Well, hey guys, call in 916-250-2571.
Yeah, 2571. Nailed it.
Call in. You can win this awesome T-shirt, one of one. And this might even become more rare because we got a new logo.
Yeah.
Let's put that logo up on the screen.
It's
that
insane to me that no one's won this shirt. You weren't playing around, dude.
It's tough. It's
We
tough.
ain't playing no punk ball.
So you can call in, try to convince us to win this shirt. Pure psychological warfare.
Please do it. I'm tired of looking at this thing. I want someone to wear it at least. It deserves to be worn.
Or if you have a topic you want to join in the conversation, or you have your own topic, or you want some personal interpersonal advice, possibly, or intrapersonal advice.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into a lot of stuff. Also, touchysubjectshow.com. Go to for any of your
Touchy subject show needs.
touchy subject shows and any. So, been a few things. Dad, look at that. That is fucking sick. That is sick. We were just two badasses.
Yeah, like you don't want to fuck with those kids, dude.
Yeah, you were smoking weed and drinking a brewski while I was just hammering down. I was just taking lunch money.
Yeah, like you'll sock anybody with those things, dude. Like anyone at any time could get socked by that kid, dude.
Oh yeah, and I realized we both really hate shoes.
We hate shoes and we love mullets.
We hate shoes, love mullets, and admire dirty socks.
Yeah, 100%.
That is pretty badass. So yeah, can we let's leave that up there. Maybe that would be the whole. You know what? Maybe we can make like a separate one and just leave that and put the phone number on there and stuff, and that will just be the background during the show. I think that's too good not to have up.
People need to see it all the time.
I'm actually thinking about making this whole room, just getting a wallpaper of that, of like 1,000 pictures of that, and just put it around the entire room.
That'd be pretty fucking.
I might actually put it in my house though. So
I think the house is. But do you have like a guest? Do you have like a room dedicated just to like that, like stuff like that? I have a comic book room. Do you have a room like that?
I have a room with all my comic books, and I got my historical propaganda in there.
Yeah, you should put that.
I got
you should put
like
that up.
signed books and stuff, and it's kind of my own little study / library in my little office in there. Got some art in there, but yeah, that's it. So anything going on? Any topics off the top of your head, Fili, that you want
I want to hear your opinion on the Epstein thing. Jeffrey.
Okay, well,
whoever the fuck his name is.
Okay, I got a lot to say about Epstein.
Yeah, because I don't really know the. I don't know the.
What do you know so
that
far?
well.
What do you know so far about?
I know he was.
And if you guys have any question, you station those
Yeah.
guys. You chime in because
I know he was. Do you want to get this? Was there something else you wanted to talk?
No, I'm. This is.
I say we dive right in.
Like this type of stuff is what I talk and think about all day long. Is just like kind of things like this.
I feel weird about this.
Okay, why?
Because I've had conversations somewhat like. I feel like lately it's been brought to people's attention like how much child fucking molestation happens amongst the elite.
Yes.
Like, and when I say elite, I mean politicians and those type of people. I don't like calling them the elite, but I feel like we decided that that's the term, so it's easiest terminology to use. But So basically, the
A
story.
globalist cabal.
Yeah, these fuckers basically. Henceforth referred to as the fuckers. So I know. So basically, the story that I know
One
is
quick thing. Also, on the separate page, pull up a thing called the Finders. Pull that up. Yeah,
So
you're going to get deep into it.
I've heard. This is a story that I know. Epstein was basically a pimp to a pimp of little kids to
Child sex trafficker.
a child sex trafficker,
Yes.
and he had an entire island that they would go to and
Yes.
have sex with kids and
Yeah.
what it's insane to me because whether I'm watching like some true crime documentary or looking at the news about this, I'm like, there's a lot of kid molestering going on.
Yeah.
And there has been for a long time. Like, dude, everyone, I'm convinced after watching a couple like Netflix documentaries, everyone in the 70s was a rapist.
Okay. Yeah.
Just everyone in the 70s, people were
Is
just.
there anything in particular that you're?
No, I just don't. I watch all these true crimes, and it's just like some tall, regular-looking white guy with those weird, like oval-rimmed, like squared, rounded glasses, and the fucking
like
and
Roman Polanski type guy.
just like a fucking like a Ted Bundy fucking. Everyone in the 70s is Ted Bundy, dude.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Like, but the point I'm making is like, it's insane to me how much sex trafficking with kids goes on, and how accepted it is.
Well,
And
I don't know if it's accepted. I think it's been under the surface for a while.
But I mean, even the fact that as much as it happens is that, like, I don't mean accepted like everyone's okay with it. I mean accepted like it seems to be this thing that everyone just goes like, yeah, it happens, man, it's terrible. But it's like, no, like, why isn't anything being like? How is no one stand up and be like, hey, like, or how?
Well.
Like,
Okay, let me stop you there for a second. So
it
seems like it's
I don't
been
mean accepted,
bubbling-
but prevalent. Prevalence
it
is what I
seems
want
like
to
it's
use.
been bubbling to the surface a lot more
Yeah.
over the last, say, 2 to 3 since Trump got into office, essentially. So one thing about that Trump, one policy they have had is to increase their prosecution on child sex trafficking and pedophilia rings and things like that. So, which is, I think, kind of part of it. And this Epstein and Weinstein and this whole thing with this leaked tape that came out with ABC is...
I don't know much about that either.
Okay, so it's very interesting thing. So I'm not really sure where to start with it. Let's just start with Epstein and who he was and kind of like what he did, right? So he was somehow a billionaire. No one can fucking explain how he got any of his money.
Like, how did he get? And that's like a lot of money to get. It's not like he's.
Yeah.
$1 billion is a lot of money.
Motherfucker owns
to have.
islands.
Yeah.
Okay? And like big, gigantic place. Like he owns a fucking like 1,000-acre ranch in New Mexico. He owns a fucking $20 million home in a penthouse in New York.
And no one can figure out like what, like no one can point to like where the money trail is. Like, who did he do? How did he get rich?
Well, so originally they talked about him being rich, owning a hedge fund, quote on hedge fund. It's like, all right, well, how do you like, what did he do? Like, show me the fucking numbers.
Yeah.
No one could do it. So then this guy, it gets all, oh, look who just showed up. You jumping in here
The
or
California
what?
dad.
I'm about to do some mitts, but I'll say hi for a second.
All right,
Stop on
jumping.
in.
We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein and this whole situation.
He did not commit suicide.
He didn't kill himself. That's what he didn't do.
Cali
What's up,
kid.
Nisi?
What's up,
Come on in
buddy?
here, Bubba.
Say hi.
What's up, dude?
Say Uncle Touchy.
What's up,
Uncle
dude?
Studboy.
What's
How
up,
are
dude?
you?
About to hit some hits or what?
Well, hey, let's put Epstein on hold real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Faber. You got a fight coming up,
That's right.
right? You want to talk about who you fighting, when is, and what's going on?
Peta, not to be mistaken by Peter
Peta.
Yan.
Peter Yan.
He's a tough Russian kid from Siberia. He's undefeated. I think he has one loss, but I think it was a disqualification. Like Olympic level boxer, but been training MMA for 4 or 5 years, and he's savage. He's good. I'm gonna beat him up.
Be a good win for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a long.
punk who's boss.
Yeah, pretty much. I had a talk with Dana, and they offered me some fights that weren't as high up in the rankings, and he's like, "You want to be in title contention? Here are some options." And there's and that's who they wanted me to fight. I said, Dana, let's just get a new contract signed, and I'll fight whoever you want. He's like, all right, done. We came to terms, and
Nice.
So, but okay, let me. And I don't want to impede anything. You retired about a year ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. It was a quick year.
This guy goes by,
by
3 years
fast.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the change?
2016.
2016. Yeah, that seems like a year ago to me.
It does though.
It was a fucking quick 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I never got out of the gym. That's part one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons. I feel like, first off, one of the reasons why I retired was because I just felt like it. I felt like I was having trouble. I kept doing things to try to get, like I was going up in weight class fighting Frankie, or, chasing the title. I lost the title against Cruz, title shot against Cruz again.
Bullshit.
And I was just basically feeling like I was trying to have to get myself up for the fights.
Sure.
So I just wanted to go out on a high note. I had a fight here in Sacramento, and wanted to focus on some things that I haven't had time to focus on, like starting a family, making sure I get business all where it needs to be, and just kind of prove to myself that I'm good without the fight game. And I started slowly itching to get another fight. And
I knew he was gonna fight again because every day at training he was like, "Yeah, I was watching my old fights the other day." Or like, I was watching. You know who I just watched fight? He like, I just watched this guy fight. I know I can beat that guy. Like he just
it's hard. It's hard watching the next generation where, because I retired, I was ranked when I fought Jimmy Rivera. I was ranked number 2 in the world. I lost to him by ankle kick, and then I won against Pickett. That dropped me at like number 6 or number 7 in the world, and I decided to stop. And meanwhile, there's all this stuff going on in the sport. The ESPN deal happens. There's this happening. There's that happening. I was getting kind of FOMO. And meanwhile, I'm in the gym all the time. And Fili knows, like, I'm in here running some practices at early in the morning to get these guys the edge. And, like, it's hard to get these guys motivated. I'm like, you know what? Like, I just feel like I need to go out there and do it. And so it was a perfect scenario. Got this new contract. It's a 6-fight deal. I'm definitely not going to fight 6 fights. But it's something that I feel like, okay, I'll get out of bed. I love doing this, and it's the juice is worth the squeeze.
So you fought in July. Was it July in Sacramento, right?
No.
June or July? What's that?
No, we just fought in July.
Oh, July 13th. I thought you were talking when I retired.
No.
Yeah, July 13th.
Yeah, you fought in July, and then so that when I saw you, I thought that was more of a. Oh, okay. So he got his own. Okay, cool. So I thought that was more of just a. It's in Sacramento. It's in your backyard. It's kind of a. I don't want to say like a novelty thing, but more or less like, hey, why not do it? And then was that part of making a return, or was that more of a one-off thing?
Honestly, I was already talking about it and preparing for it before the Sacramento card happened. They didn't let us know till the very end that the Sacramento card was coming.
It was a quick one. I remember that.
They were like,
it was hard to get ticket. It was a weird situation how fast it was.
It was like a super fast thing. So I'd already started prepping. It took me like 6-7 months to say, all right, do I want to go through this? It's friggin' hard training for fights, especially when you get out of it. And so I started running. I started doing some of these grappling matches, and I was like, I still have the itch a little bit. So I that was just like the thing that pushed me overboard, was like, they're having a card in Sacramento. Yeah. And
all the stars were aligned.
All the stars were aligned. I'm like, all right, I'm doing this. Once I did that, it was just game on. You like that, Callie? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. She's been waving at everybody.
I saw the Instagram video. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hi. It's
okay, baby.
Yeah. So on the but getting that Sacramento card, you. Like, because now you have a 6-fight deal. You're fighting your title.
Well, I already had 4 fights.
You had 4 fights still on your contract?
I had 3 fights left. Hi, baby. Look out there. Look out here, baby. So I had 4 fights, and then I came out of retirement. I had 3 left. And I was like, look, I'm tired of the temptation getting offers from, or like hearing about the money available at all these other fight cards. I'm a UFC guy. I want to go down with the UFC. But I'm not a dummy either, so I'm like, look, Dana, I told him, look, I've always been a guy that's representing the brand. Just lock me in, give me something that's fair, and I'll fight whoever you want. I just want a real contract that puts me in place to a title shot.
Okay. Yeah. So it was, and then
Like if you're gonna be in, you might as well be all the way in, right? Like that's
Yeah.
that's the
Oh,
thought
dude,
process.
I'm not. I don't do anything.
Right. That's what I'm
without
saying.
trying to be the best.
That's the
a-
thought process of the new contract. Is like
Yeah.
it wasn't just like I'm gonna come out of retirement. It's like, I'm gonna come out of retirement and do it for real, like
Yeah.
all the way. Which I know that about you. Like you don't ever half-ass anything. If you're in
Right.
it, you're 2 feet in. But so just to kind of like summarize, like so people understand, like you're a guy who is all in. If you're in on something, you're all in, right? And
Yeah.
So now it
you don't
makes
play
sense.
no punk ball.
We ain't playing no punk ball. That's for sure.
You don't play no punk ball.
You bring the pain.
That's right.
Bring the hurt.
There was
Bring
one
the
other
hurt.
big news about you that came up that is probably twice as big as your fight. Was Fili's tattoo he got of you.
Yeah.
So I think this is a
I'll
good
tell you
time
what,
to introduce this.
I made a lot of fun of this guy for his tattoos throughout the years. This one is not homemade.
The resemblance is
Let's see
Wow.
that thing.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, they even got the
Same.
chin. Let's see.
Same.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
they
a
got
pretty
the-
good one.
They got the full butt chin in there.
How does it look?
Same but different.
How does it feel to
I was like,
have your face on another grown man's leg?
You know what? I've had a lot of bad tattoos of me, not pictures, but names and this and that. And I know Fili. Fili's got some tattoos. I've made a lot of fun of him over the years.
My tattoos are good, dude.
He's got good ones, but
Wait, so there's other people out there that have tattoos of you other than Fili?
I don't know about pictures. A lot of signatures, yeah.
Can we try to find that? Is there?
But I'll tell you what.
Can we find that on the
Look,
internet? I would love to see.
I know how the outcasts and underdogs roll. These guys are.
They don't play no punk
they
ball.
don't play
That's
no
for
punk ball
sure.
either, but I was definitely honored. It was super cool. I know, we've been a big part of each other's lives. So to have that amongst right next to, was it Jack the Ripper?
Daniel Day-Lewis, Bill the Butcher.
Bill the Butcher.
Daniel Day-Lewis, the greatest actor of our generation.
He's a good actor.
Dude, he's
There's some
insane.
other ones. What's the guy from American Psycho?
Christian
Christian
Bale.
Bale.
He's a good actor.
Edward Norton too. Edward Norton's on my
Edward
list.
Norton's the
Edward
best.
Norton's the man.
Guys, I got to get back to,
Yeah.
to
All right,
Coach
well-
Joey. Coach Joey.
Thanks for stopping by.
All
Dog.
right. Well, thanks
Hey.
for stopping by. Any
Touchy
last-
subjects, touchy, Fili, Studboy.
Anything that you want to just tell anybody, promote or anything? Go do anything for people out there before you.
We got Song Yadong coming up. It's been good having Cody back in the room.
Yep.
Song Yadong's on the 7th. Co-main event on Big ESPN.
Dude, he's a killer.
He's a killer.
He's
and
a
then
killer.
and then today, friggin' sparring 40-year-old Urijah, Cody with the chip on his shoulder, and Song, the prodigy 21-year-old Chinese Yadong,
The
and
Kung Fu
Touchy
monkey.
Fili. He got secret powers now. He's got my face.
Plus
Kick
5
good.
agility.
Yeah, it was a good day.
He just
All right,
increased his mana.
I got to do work, boys.
All right.
Later,
All right.
Say
Well,
bye,
thanks for
Callie.
coming by, dude. We'll take that. Yeah. See you, Callie. Show Touchy Nation.
Wave bye bye. Say bye
All right.
bye. Stage.
All right. Thanks, Faber.
Thanks, dog.
That's happened to Carlina before.
All right. So
Epstein didn't kill himself. He was a.
we're back there. Well, I mean, what time are we at? Because I feel like maybe we should just make that one episode.
Nah. We should finish. We should.
We're about.
Dude, don't cop out.
Let's get to
We're
this.
at 18 minutes right now.
We can do it.
I got so much to say about this.
We can do it. We can't just start with Epstein and
All right.
You can't honey dick the people on Epstein, dude.
I know. Okay.
He had private islands. There's no way. Like there's no reason for him to be a billionaire.
So he's a billionaire somehow. Now, supposedly the way that he made his money is this guy named Lexley Wexel was kind of like, I guess you call him his sugar daddy or something. Lexley Wexel owns Victoria's Secret, Express. He owns all of these corporations. It's a multi-conglomerate. Is this might hot? Is that going to screw? No, we're good. Okay. And so he's the one that is basically feeding Epstein his money. Now, Epstein, and this is not confirmed yet, but it's pretty evident that Epstein is part of intelligence agencies, where that essentially, and I want to press that this is rumor, hearsay, but it looks like it's pretty much where it's at. Is that he's a part of intelligence agencies, particularly the Mossad, which is Israel's like CIA type thing, and he has this kind of blackmailing network where he gets young, underage, borderline type girls. He introduces them into. You want to pull up the Mossad one? He introduces them into with these He'll have a party, and then next thing at the party, Bill Clinton's there, and he's fucking some 18-year-old girl, and then apparently he has he's videotaped all this. He has this whole house all rigged up with videotapes and everything like that.
Now he has the blackmail
and then there's the blackmail, and then it goes back to this intelligence agency, and then they're able to dictate policy through these blackmail schemes.
Wow.
And that's kind of where they're at, which is kind of interesting. So if you look at the Mossad on this Wikipedia page, so you could go down. One of the creepy things about them, they they have a fucking hedge fund. The Mossad runs a venture capital system. So look at that. So they are essentially funding different private corporations.
That's spooky.
And then and so they can control these different avenues of revenue or whatever it is. Yeah. So for example,
and information, because most tech stuff is
and control it. So that's one for that. But who else knows where they're putting their money at? So you got like this Leslie Wexler guy that invested in Jeffrey Epstein's his hedge fund, whatever the fuck that means. So he gave them millions and millions of dollars, and now these people, the Mossad, is investing in whatever. And again, this is I don't want to be like conspiracy theories or anything but this is a possible scenario is that they give Leslie Wexel $1 billion investment for his stuff, but it's only way to launder it to Jeffrey Epstein so he can blackmail these other people. So he goes, and then Leslie Wexler goes and buys him his apartment, and they have it, and it's all this whole network. Also, on top of it, say they can control.
But the end, the point of it, like the end that they're trying to reach is to be able to basically blackmail these high people. Like they basically entrap these people with. They get them an underage companion. They get them on tape with the underage companion, and then they use that as a blackmail so that they can push an agenda.
Dictate
policy. So have a politician in their pocket.
And you kind of then you ask yourself is like, well, why are we in endless wars in the Middle East then? Like, whose interest is that serving? Is that serving our interest? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe the fight them there so we don't fight them here. I mean, like I personally don't think that, but I mean it's an argument, whatever. Right. But I don't know. We know this guy for sure is up to fucking creepy ass shit. So we know that for sure. And we know that we can have evidence that the Mossad is investing in private companies to dictate stuff. And another thing also, if you have a government agency dictating in private companies in other countries, particularly the United States, where the sheer volume of our economy will dictate a lot of markets. So, for example, if they funded Leslie Wexler to buy because he bought up, you might want to pull up his Wikipedia too. He bought up Victoria's Secret, Express, everything like that. Well, now they have control over those. So if you scroll down and see where is his? You can scroll up or his business dealings. Scroll up to. They could say what he owns. Okay, so he owns L Brands. So click on L Brands, right there. Yeah. So that, and then you scroll down a little bit, and you'll see kind of he owns Bed Bath. Oh, go like Bed Bath Beyond, Victoria's Secret. So he owns these big major corporations. Yeah. Right. Well, now. Oh, here's all the brands in here, right there. L Bryant, Express, Limited. I mean, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, big companies.
Big companies. So now what you can do is you have somebody that you essentially can control. So if you're a government agency, you essentially control them. Now you can dictate where they're buying their textiles, where they're buying their cotton from, where they're you can dictate world markets based on owning these private. So I don't know if it's for sure, but I mean it's a very creepy.
The way that the things connect. Yeah.
It's all connecting in very, very creepy ways. And at the heart of it is a fucking child sex trafficking fucking blackmail scheme of this creepy guy, Jeffrey Epstein, that has all these. Bill Clinton flew on it 26 times or something.
Which is a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking times.
I mean, you think about how many times have you flown on an airplane in the last 5 years?
Right.
Maybe 26 times. I don't know. You're like way more than the average person, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
it's not 26 probably,
but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing? What are you doing on an island?
Yeah.
You fucking it's a private island down in the Bahamas somewhere. It's like St. Thomas or something.
And this guy is like a sex trafficker, and you have no idea. Like you're on an island with him.
Yeah.
You have no clue as to what's going on.
Well, and then so. All right, I mean
Fucking fishing.
I mean
we're in it. We're in the shit. Yeah, let's do it,
dude. We're fucking about we're about like a centimeter down a fucking 50-foot hole.
Really?
Yeah. I mean we're not even fucking.
Why don't 12 and 13 just be a two-parter? Why don't we fucking connect them, dude?
How do you do that?
We'll just continue it.
You just cut it and then go and then
because we're fucking a centimeter down. We got 49 and some change to
all
go,
right.
bud.
Should we stop right now and say to be continued?
To be continued.
To be continued. We're getting into it. That's it. Do we need to say anything else? No. I gotta pee real quick. Let me be right back.
I could use a piss.
All right, I gotta pee. Is this interesting?